So welcome to the third video in this tutorial series for Facebook Power Editor. In the previous two videos, we showed you how to set up your first Facebook ad campaign and Facebook ad set. In this video, we are going to set up our first ad campaign using Facebook Power Editor. So if you haven't seen the previous videos, click on the link below in the description. But if you have, let's get started and set up your first ad campaign using Facebook Power Editor for your fashion brand. So keep watching. Well, welcome back and let's get started. So as in the previous videos we covered how to create your campaign. Then we create our ad set where we selected traffic, audience, placements. And now in the third video, we are going to look at how to set up your first ad. So this is where once you land here, it gives you to your ad name. So let's just call it ad 1 for now. And once we have selected and filled the rest of our information for our ad, we can come back and change this. So the first option it gives you is either create a new ad or use an existing post. So if you already have your Facebook business account associated with it, once you click on this, it will ask you and it will grab your existing post that you have either shared yourself or you have created yourself or that you have shared, and you can actually even run an ad according to that. So for this particular case, I'm not going to worry about this. So let's create a new ad from scratch. So the first thing you need to do is you need to associate your ad with your Facebook business page. So since I'm running this for Rogue Lines, you will have your own company's business page. If you don't have a business page, you will have to create one. And once you click here, it gives you all the pages that you are an admin at. So I'm admin at current of these 6 different pages. So let's say if I'm going to do ad for Rogue Lines, so I select here. And if I don't have it, I can actually click here and I can go create a page and then come back and it will show me one of those options and I can select that. So this is advertise on Instagram, so which is run this ad on Facebook and Instagram at the same time to reach more people that matter to you. So as we talked about in the ad set, I'm only running this ad on Facebook newsfeed and I'm not running anywhere else. So I don't care much about this option, but if you are running on Instagram as well as on Facebook, then you can click on this link and associate your Instagram account with this as well. So as you come down, it gives you an option that you have to select a format. So how you want your ad to appear. So that gives you 5 different selections. So you have carousel, single image, single video, slideshow, or a collection. So the reason how I decide what format to pick is when somebody's on their Facebook, they're literally scrolling through their newsfeed. So majority of the things that people see on their newsfeed through your friends is either a single image or a single video. If I see carousel, I see slideshow, or if I see collection, I instantly think that this is an ad and I will not even pay attention to it. And your audience might think a similar way. So when you're running your first campaign, I would say pick either single image or single video. Video will probably give you a better bang for the buck, but the thing with the video is you have to go create a video, you have to write a script, you have to hire somebody to be a model. So it takes a little bit more time, but if you have a time and you have the video, if you have created a new collection, definitely use that. But for this demo purposes, I'm going to use a single image. And as you can see, it allows me to create up to 6 ads with 1 image for no extra charge. So this option works well if I want to run multiple ads to do A/B testing to see which ad with which image performs better. We will cover A/B testing on ads in the next video, but for this one, let's just pick one particular video and go with that. So now it gives you an option to select images. So if you have your own images that you want to select, like if you're running ad for your clothing, your evening gowns, you can click here and you can upload your own images. But Facebook also has association with Shutterstock, I believe, and you can pick an image from Shutterstock and see which one works better for you. So for this case, I don't have an images for myself, so I'm just going to search for evening gowns here. Can't spell. And I try to pick an image that looks very similar to what my audience will usually see, or the image that if I'm running. So if you're running evening gowns ad for weddings, you can pick an image like this where you can see like a happy couple. Or if you want to showcase a special event or big gala, you can pick image like this So in this case, I'm just going to pick one for the sake of argument. Let's pick this. There we go. I'm going to move myself on this side. Here we go. We click done. And now it has grabbed this image, and as you can see, this is where your ad preview is. The image shows right here. So another thing I want to mention, if you want to use your own image, Facebook recommends this size, which is 1200 by 628 pixels, and the image ratio as 1.91 to 1. So if you are using your own image, I would either use PicMonkey or Photoshop and make sure my image is of the recommended size and the recommended ratio, because then I know that the image will have the maximum clarity, either it's on mobile or desktop. So make sure you follow this if you're using your own image, but if you pick one from the stock images, they're most likely going to be on one of these sizes as well. So as you scroll down, this is where it gives you options where you are going to create your complete ad, and this is where it shows you the preview of how your ad is going to look. So as you can see, since we only selected the ad to show on newsfeed, we only have 3 previews, so which is mobile newsfeed, feature phone, and desktop newsfeed. So if you would have selected in the previous section where we had the placements, if you have selected Instagram, other multiple on the right side of the Facebook newsfeed, then it will give you many more options, and you can actually see how your ad is going to look like depending on whichever type of ad you're running. So most of the time I try to look at desktop newsfeed. So let's say this is how my ad is going to look like. So now this gives me where I want my users, when they click on learn more on the button, where do I want them to add? So this could be your URL if you're running, special free shipping, your collections page or your particular page for this particular product. So you can put whatever URL you want. So for this case of argument, I'm just going to use our home page to landing on. But for you, I would say don't use the home page, use wherever this particular product is, or if you want people to land on collections, then use the URL that has rogueline.co/collections. Now Facebook gives you 3 things where you can manipulate your ad. So which is the top line, then you have a tag title line, and then you have a description. So typically on the headline, I like to see which one. So when I enter the URL, it just grabbed information from the home page. So you should always want to change here. So let's see. So this one goes here. So since this is not a course on copywriting, so I'm not going to go into detail how to make your copy good for this ad. But typically when I'm running these ads, I will either run like a question and answer type of a copy, or either if I'm targeting a special type of audience. So let's say if I'm running wedding gowns, then I'll say attention new brides, or attention if you're engaged. So for this case, since I'm running these evening gowns, I'm going to try to target the audience that is more interested in, who's price sensitive, and who's more interested in renting a gown rather than buying a gown. So think of it as like, let's say if we're running an ad for Rent the Runway, how will we create that? Right, so I created a question and answer type of an ad. So let's say if somebody's scrolling down and you see, are you tired of spending hundreds of dollars on dresses that you're only going to wear once a year? And if you're a woman, and this question resonates with you, you're like, oh yeah, I am tired of wearing the same stuff, and I don't want to keep spending so much money on clothes that I'm only going to buy once. And then your answer to this question is introducing Rent the Runway, where you rent your favorite dresses from designers for pennies on a dollar. So now you have made the person more curious. They're like, okay, I want to rent a dress, my favorite dress from my favorite designer for pennies. I don't want to pay too much money. So now you have intrigued their interest. So don't quote me on the text. Like I'm just going out of the whim here. But you will. So typically when I'm trying to write a text here, I will write 10, 15, 20 different type of different headlines on a pen and paper, and then see which one resonates the most. And this is just something that I thought of on top of my head, but I will literally put in like decent amount of time to test these. So let's say now you ask them a question, it could be anything you want them to be, and this is the solution. Now you got them curious. So now this is another tagline that they are going to see here. So let's see which one is this. So let's see if I do fashion. I usually type in something here to make sure I'm manipulating the right area because Facebook changes this stuff like all the time. Here we go. So fashion is this one. So what I'm trying to manipulate is main line, which will be here. So since this would be an ad, we're thinking of, rent the runway type of deal. So let's say we can say, rent, not buy. Well, can't spell buy, B-U-Y. And if you're offering like free shipping, we can also say, free shipping. So typically it gives you this huge line. You can write whatever you want. So at one point you have like 3 lines where you can write. So if you're using full line over here, you get 2 lines in description, or you can use 2 lines here and you get 1 line in description. So it's totally up to you, whatever you want. So let's say you will write here thing, and you can even write rent the runway. Right. So let's say if this is my tagline I want them to do, or I can even say, actually forget that, let's say click to learn more. So I would typically pick like some sort of call to action that I want them to take, because this is something that's sticking out in bold, or you can even play around with it to, so it stands out. Here we go. So click to learn more. So now this whole line is used. Now when you come to the bottom part, this is where you can give them a little extra nudge that they might need. Right. So here I just added, let's say, it's like having your own shopping mall where you can pick new dress for every occasion, or just because it's Friday. And you can even do your call to action again, click on learn more. So I try to create in such a way so I can maximize the amount of real estate that the Facebook gives me. So I can still add more stuff here, but you kind of get the point. So if you look at the ad on the main view, you have a question and answer. You have an image that resonates with them. So this image could be something that you see your friends are going to post. They tells you what the thing is about. You're in rent, not buy. So this is like your MVP, your unique value proposition, and you are telling them that what action you want them to take. So click to learn more, which is the button here, or if you're using buy more, you can actually change that, click to buy more. And then this is like an added description. So this could even be, for this case I use, it's like having your own shopping mall, or you can also write in, typical user saves 86% within their first 3 months. So that could be a good proof of your concept. So you can manipulate this and add and see which one works better for you. And as we scroll down, so now it gives you a display link. So this display link is what gets displayed over here. So like I said, if you have your rogue line, or if you have your collections page, you can use that. So let's say rogue SEO / free, let's say rent the runway. Let's see. There we go. So you design a URL that actually looks similar to what your main sales page is. So since it's about rent the runway, rent not buy. So pick the URL that is similar, and then it gives you one more option. So here's the one thing. So right now, are you offline? So this gives you an option to even do offline tracking, which we're not going to go into at this point. So pixel tracking. So this is very critical. So if you because we want to make sure that any task we're doing is it actually converting to bring us users. So I would always track all my conversions on my Facebook pixel, and once you select this, it will bring the pixel which you are using on your homepage, which will be here on this URL. And you always want to track to make sure you're targeting, because especially remember in this traffic we pick the lookalike audience in different countries, we put the custom audience in different countries. So we want to make sure that people who are coming to our site are taking actions, are being tracked, and then we can tell if this ad is actually working for us or not. So this is it. This is pretty simple setup, and in the next video we can look into how you can do A/B testing. So now since we have done our ad, you can go and name it as you can call it ad 1, which is a single image. And since this ad, you are trying to get them to save money and plus free shipping. So you can also do like free shipping. So the reason I try to name these ads in such a way is when, right now you only have one ad, so you know what you're talking about. But when you have multiple ads running in multiple campaigns, it's a lot easier to confuse which one is which. So if you name your ad in such a way that it picks up what this ad is, then you'll be able to scroll down and makes, the editing a lot easier. So for example, if you picked a single video, then I'll change this to single video, free shipping. Another ad could be, single image, plus 20% off discount if that's the ad I'm running, and you can go and go forth. So the only thing left from here at this point is you will click confirm, and then your ad will be submitted, and Facebook, I think it takes maybe 15-20 minutes, either they approve or disapprove your ad, but most likely they approve it anyway, unless there's something really funky image and they don't like. So this is it. So very simple way to set up. But one I would say is always A/B test. Try to test different images, different texts, which links to buy. So here you're giving an option to learn more, and this is just to test which one works. Here's one thing I actually forgot. Like, that's my bad. Like, call to action. So right now we're talking about learn more. So you can click here and you can pick from one of these buttons. If you don't want to show any button, you can click here and it will remove the button. Or if you are trying to sell people that you want them to buy today, you can actually click apply now, book now, contact us, donate now, download, get show times, learn more. They used to have a buy now button. I don't know why they removed it. Anyway, so learn more is the button that's used mostly by people here. So I would typically just leave on learn more. I don't know why the buy one button is not there anymore. And you can also click here and see how your ad is going to look on feature phones, how it's going to look on mobile newsfeed. So see, as you can see in mobile newsfeed, the question answer is good. You don't see the second line here anymore, but still it fits in your main title. So play around with this thing, set up your first ad campaign. And if you have any questions, do let me know. And from here, all you need to do is click on confirm and you're good to go. So hi, this is Vishal Kalia from Fashion Marketing, and thank you so much for watching this video. So as we talked about, we covered 3 different sections. This is the 3rd section in this particular video. And if you have any questions regarding how to set up your ad, please leave them in the form of the comment and I will be more than happy to answer. And in the future videos, we are going to cover how to do A/B testing for ad set, how to do A/B testing for different ads. So please subscribe to my channel so you can make sure you will get those videos. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, or if you have any questions, leave them in a type of a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you see fit. And thank you very much for your time and have a wonderful day.